Hello everyone. If you can't tell by my lack of makeup, I'm here to do the books and makeup tag. I've done this tag a couple times in the past. It's been a while and I've, since updated my makeup routine. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's do it again. So I'm going to do my makeup, talk about some books, and let's get on with this. Full disclosure, I already filmed this once and my mic cut out halfway through. So I'm here again another day. The mic better not fail me or I'm going to be mad. Either way, I am dealing with a little bit of post-breakout, so I got that going on. The lighting's not the best, so you're just going to have to roll with it. It's just what it is. So, the first product question is primer. And for my primer, I use this Milani eyeshadow primer. Cheap. Easy to use. You get the gist. You get the gist. So this question is a book that left a lasting impression. For me, I put for my answer for this one is, I don't know, it's an underrated book that I don't hear a lot of people talk about, and that is The Kitchen Front. I say it's an underrated book, and I can't remember the author's name, but it was basically set in World War II, and it was about these different women that were living in England during the war, and they had to deal with rations, and there was a contest, and it was just really great. I don't hear a lot of people talk about it, and I think about it often. When I hear about like grocery prices, I think about, oh man, those women had to deal with rations and stuff too, so like that's nowhere near comparable, but that's my answer for that one. On to eyeshadow. So I'm mainly doing this tag because I get a lot of questions and comments about my eyeshadow, and I use this one a lot. I'm not a person that buys a lot of like beauty YouTubers products, but when I saw this palette, I was like, yeah, I need that. And I have to say, I don't regret purchasing it 1 second. And I'm gonna do what I usually do. It's well loved, as you can see. I've got my money's worth. I'm gonna do my neutral eye, and I'm gonna put some glitter because a lot of you guys love my glitter and I like it too. So the question for this one is a book that has your favorite colors on the cover. Oh gosh. I have a mirror, so I'm gonna be looking at this a lot too, so forgive me, because my monitor is not a good mirror. I'm gonna be using this color right here, just so you know. My favorite color, I feel like I don't have one anymore, honestly. Like, it used to be red. I was a big red fan, and then I changed, and now I don't know. Colors, I like a lot of calm colors, like kind of like a tranquil, like teal kind of color, not like a bright teal, but a calm one, because it calms me, because I got a lot of stress in my life. You feel me? So maybe that one. For a book, I honestly don't know. I'll pop one up that I think's really pretty, that has a great color. I like yellow a lot too. I do like yellow. I miss my yellow background a lot because it was just fun. I forget what I'm doing. I'm doing both, but still. So I put this all over my crease and kind of just work it in, blend it. This is the one color that's going to be pretty predominant other than my glitter, so I kind of spent some time at it. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of a darker brown, not blue, Heather. I'm going to use these two right here and kind of do my outer line a little bit, kind of make it a little bit darker. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I'm going to fast forward because this is going to take a while. Okay, so that's kind of the basis of it, and now we're gonna go into the glitter. So, trust you me, before you do any sort of glitter, you need to buy glitter glue, like any sort of glitter. This is from NYX, and it's literally called glitter primer, because glitter is great. We all know it's a great craft, but what does glitter do? It gets freaking everywhere. Like, anywhere glitter can find a crevice to get into, it'll get in there and it'll stay forever. So you want to get yourself a nice primer. I'm using these brushes my best friend got me a couple birthdays ago. They're Harry Potter, or not, I don't know if they're Harry Potter, but they're wands, if you will. Where's some other ones at? Here they are. They're fun brushes. Like, how fun are those? And I use them a lot, and I think of her every time I use them. There's another one too. It's like a set of 5. They're just fun. She probably got it from Amazon, but I love them. But either way, you just need a little bit of this stuff, and I just usually will put it on my brush because it gets tacky. You want to wait actually till it gets tacky, and I only do one lid at a time because it gets a little crazy. So I put it all over the lid where I'm gonna put my glitter at, because glitter is everywhere. There's even some remnants of glitter on this brush because I have not washed them, so time. Okay, So now I'm gonna go with the glitter. You would usually use this one, but this is chunky and it truly does get everywhere. So I'm gonna go in with this kind of bronzy one right here. And I'm gonna use my finger because it does work really well. And I just just tap it where I want it. And it's not rocket science, folks. It's just glitter. But the primer does make it stay in place and not go everywhere. If I wasn't using primer, this crap would be, it's already traveled a little bit, but if I didn't use primer, it would be, you name it, everywhere, because that is what glitter does. And then boom, just like that. That's how it looks. It looks fancy. It looks cool. You know, we're cool people here. Not really. I'm pretty lame. But, you know, I can pretend to be cool for a little bit. So I'm going to the other eye and doing the exact same thing. I will say, I do take a makeup wipe. I don't use a lot of makeup wipes because they're bad for your skin and the environment, but I use it every once in a blue moon for this reason. I usually micelle water, but today I'm just using a makeup wipe. I'll clean out my outer edge and any remnants of glitter because there's always some. Next up, I have eyebrows. I'm gonna go to eyeliner later, trust me, okay? I have a book that you think everyone should read. For this one, I picked a YA one. I just use this e.l.f. I'm not very good with eyebrows, okay, people? I picked a YA one, and that is A Heart in the Body of the World by Deb Coletti. I think about that book often, and it's just a really profound book. It's about a girl that experienced a really traumatic thing happen. You as the reader don't know, but you can also put two and two together, if you get what I'm saying. And she decides to like run across the country to make a difference. Crap, there's a lot of glitter on my face. And it's just a really profound book that I really enjoy and do like a lot. So I would highly recommend it. And it's one I think everyone should read, even if you don't read a lot of YA. I don't read a lot of YA anymore, but I would highly recommend it. Moving on to eyeliner. Pick a dark and mysterious book. Easy. That is The Last Housewife by Ashley Winstead. Gosh, that was a very intense book. I'm using this Revlon eyeliner. I can't find a Holy Grail eyeliner. I'll talk about the book in a second. I gotta concentrate because this takes me forever. It's easy as that. Anyway, the book is very dark and mysterious. All about a woman leaving a cult and gets kind of drugged back, and it's just really intense. It's definitely a dark book for sure. Next up, we have Mascara, and that is pick a long book. So for that, I'm going to pick two books that are on my TBR that are really long, and the reason why I haven't read them is because they're really long. I'm using this L'Oreal Bambi Eye Mascara. It's okay. I don't know. I switch mascara. Who cares? Anyway, so the first one is The Winners by Frederick Bachman. This is the third book in the Beartown series, a series I love and adore. But I haven't read the third one because it is a whopping 671 pages for an adult contemporary book. Like that's a lot. So yeah, I haven't touched it. I don't know when I'm going to read it. I do plan to read it eventually. When? I don't know, because it's freaking long. So that's one. And the other one is House of Sky and Breath by Sarah J. Maas. This is the second book in her Crescent City series. And that book is a whopping 805 pages. Like, I don't know when I'm going to find the time. I literally don't. I'm going to have to pull it from thin air to find the time to read these books. Because that would take me, I'm not even kidding, probably like 2 to 3 weeks just to read one book like that size. Because kids, life, hectic. You get it. Either way, those are two long freaking books. Haven't read yet. Moving on to foundation. And for my foundation, I use this right here, which I actually really enjoy. It's L'Oreal True Match Nude Hyaluronic Tinted Serum. I've already used half of it. It's nice and light. I've learned with my skin, heavy foundations do not do well with me. I like light stuff, so this is why I use like serums and stuff like that. The question for this is pick your favorite first book in a series. Oh, we can do some cool ASMR action. Let's try. Anyway, my first book in a series. Okay, for this one, I'm going to talk about two. This is what I do, as I just do this. And I think a freaking piece of my hair has foundation in it, so that's nice. Tis life. Then I take a beauty blender, and there you go. For this, I'm going to talk about two books that I think should have ended that were great as first books, but did not need to be a series. First up, You by Carolyn Kepnes. We all know the second part of the fourth season just dropped. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if I'm gonna watch it because the first half was so underwhelming, I did not even care. But I loved You. You is one of my favorite thrillers of all time. It was great. It was creepy. I loved the audiobook. It was phenomenal. Now, the second book, I don't even know what it's called, Hidden Bodies, was, I'm not kidding, easily one of the worst thrillers I've ever read. I loathed it. So I did not need, and she just released a third one that I have no plans of reading. So I don't know why we needed a whole series of this. I think You was great as a standalone, and that would have been just awesome. That's one of them. The other one is Vicious by V.E. Schwab. I love Vicious. Vengeful wasn't bad by any means. That's a sequel, but Vicious was just so great on its own. I don't think it needed a sequel. So those are two books that I think just were phenomenal as first books. As series, I don't think so. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that feels this way, but I don't know. I just don't think that they needed to be elongated. I get that they were popular. People wanted them. I get it, but I don't really see a need for them. So there you go. And you're blended, pretty much. I'm guessing the next question is going to be concealer. Of course. Pick a character you wish you can get rid of. I'm using this Maybelline Instant Rewind. It's a great one. It's nice and light. For this one, I'm going to pick literally any character in A Dark Dark Wood by Ruth Ware. I feel horrible saying that, but it's what I feel. Another one of my least favorite thrillers. That was a thriller that I could care less about any of the characters. Like, they were all straight up horrible. Like, I didn't care about their fates, about what would happen to any of them. Gosh, this hair keeps getting in my way. So I don't know. Maybe, again, maybe that is just me. On to powder. I'm using this Maybelline Super Stay. I just got this. Is it working? I don't know. You know, I don't even use powder that much, but I thought, hey, why as well? Use the freaking thing that comes with it. I don't know. This is pick your favorite last book in a series. Oh man, for this one, I'm picking the Ember in the Ashes series, the fourth book. What is it called? A Sky Against the Storm, maybe? I don't know. It's one of my favorite YA fantasy series. I love that series. The fourth book was intense. Saba Tahir said, do you want me to break your heart? And we said, no. She said, oh, too bad. I'm going to do it anyway. And she did. But phenomenal, phenomenal series. I love it. Highly recommend. If you want a great YA fantasy series, Ember in the Ashes, amazing. Next up, we have Contour. What book surprised you with how much depth it had? Oh my gosh, so many. So for Contour, I just got this because I've heard a lot about it. It's by Milani. It's their liquid contour conceal and perfect. This is in honey, and it's like a liquid, which I've never done a liquid contour because I don't contour really, but we're gonna try it. So you're gonna have to forgive me because this has been my first couple times I've used this. So what book surprised me with how much depth it had? There's one in particular. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to squeeze them out, and I'm going to put it like kind of right here where you usually see contour, on my nose a little bit, and then I like to go up here at my hairline. I think that's about it. And then I'm just going to take a brush and kind of blend it in. Will look crazy. Anyway, How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. Oh my gosh. I was expecting a really kind of scary horror time in that book, and it delivered on that front, but I was not expecting to cry and how much depth it had. It's about like a brother and sister relationship, also about like a parent-child, and it was very in-depth. Like, I was not expecting it to be, but I should not be surprised with Grady Hendrix. But like, that book, I love that book so much. Highly recommend. Did it scare the pants out of me? Did it scare the pants off of me? You betcha it did, but it was amazing. I would highly recommend it. Like, right now, it's probably my favorite book I've read this year, which is saying a lot because it's only March, but, you know, here we are. I loved it. Highly recommend it. So there's my contour. I don't know if you can tell, but I have to say, I've been liking how it's been looking. I feel like it gives me a little bit of warmth. I like it a lot. I would recommend it. It's a great product for a pretty good price. I really have loved Milani. That's a great brand. What I used to do is use this Physicians All-Star palette, and I would use the Butter Bronzer. In fact, I'll probably go over that a little bit to give it like a little bit of oomph, I guess you could say. Next up, we have blush. Pick a book that had some cringe-worthy romance. Easy. First, I use this Burt's Bees All Day Glow. It's like a stick blush, and I just do this. I know it's probably not hygienic, but I'm going to use it, and that's it. Just kidding. For me, Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. I really enjoy Tessa Bailey's books, but for some reason, the romance on this book missed the mark for me 100%. I did not enjoy it, did not really, the steam wasn't that great. It just wasn't, I don't know, I just didn't feel like the romance was palatable. Is that right? And then I go back in with this Physicians Formula All-Star palette. I love this thing. And then I use the Happy Booster right here for a blush to put on top. I'm all about like putting something wet and then it kind of stays. It just makes it last longer, at least in my opinion. And there you go. But the romance in that one just wasn't it for me. Wasn't it for me. And then I have highlighter. Pick a book that brightened your day. Again, I'm going back in with this, you guessed it, Physicians Formula All-Star. If you can't tell, I like things compact. I'm using this middle one right here. It's called Powder Palette Mineral Glow. Probably in the summer, I'll go to, actually, you know what? Let's just go to this Rosé All Day. It's kind of bronzy. We're getting into the spring and summer months. Why not? But a book that brightened my day that I read last month that I really, really enjoyed. Where's my freaking brush at? Oh, there it is. Legends and Lattes by Travis Baltry. I loved that one. It was just about an orc opening up a coffee shop, but goodness me, if it didn't make me smile the whole freaking time I read it. Like, I loved it. It was just kind of like a perfect book to read on a rainy day, a perfect book to read to make you cheer up. I put it right here, and then sometimes I go like by my eyes to brighten it up. Sometimes I'll put it on the tip of my nose if I'm feeling frisky. Why not? But I loved it. Great. Such a good, like, positive book. I liked it a ton. And then the last question I'm guessing is going to be lipstick. What do you know it is? Your favorite book kiss? I don't know. When this, you know what? If I'm honest with you, The Hate and Game. When they first kissed, I was like, dang. It was a good first kiss. I use this Maybelline, I don't know what this is. It's a matte. I like matte colors. This is Color Sensational Matte Lipstick and more blush. The Hate and Game, when they first kissed, like, that was a good first kiss. Like, it was steamy, it was hot, I was into it, I loved it. That was a good one. There you go, easy peasy. I might throw a gloss on top if I'm feeling fancy. Let's do it, why not? This is from Buxom, and this is in Samantha. Do I know Samantha? Anyway, that was the book and makeup tag. Hopefully you get to see what this makeup looks like. Is it great? Probably not. Is it amazing? No, but this is what I do when I want to feel fancy and stuff. And I think it's decent for the most part. Forgive me, I have this zit that's still kind of healing. It's not lipstick, it's a zit. But that is what my makeup looks like when I'm on camera and things like that. Do I wear this every day? Absolutely not. But it makes me feel nice and happy and pretty and all that stuff. If you are interested in doing this tag, I'll leave all the questions down below. But either way, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.